Hey, this is Dragon Feather, and I'm really super happy and eccentric right now because the other day, tonight's the actual full moon, but I did an S-bit for my first ever ritual with anybody else besides me. Um, so I did it in a group, and it's a local group that is open to the public and are very sweet. Some of them seemed a little creepy or crazy, but the people who were running it seemed like down-to-earth people. So it was very amazing. Now let me tell you, I saved the ritual layout because I liked it. Now here I'm gonna, just get it out of my bag if it's in here still. But anyway, I can't find it. That's probably the way life goes. So, yeah, this is my purse, by the way. I don't know, just so you guys know. But I saved the ritual layout. Oh yeah, I put it in my altar. Boo. Anyway, so it was a lot longer than my ritual layouts. It was about 5 pages long. And my rituals are usually only 1 to 2 pages long. But that's because I don't do all the extra stuff. Now, it opened up by calling the West the gates of the dead, I believe, and welcomed the ancestors there. And that was interesting. I've never seen that before. I don't think I'll ever do that in my own rituals, but it was different. And then before they cast the circle, they called the elements and on the god and the goddess, which was interesting. I always cast my circle first. So that's something I do different. But they had volunteers to, call on the elements, and it was all written out, so you just you were just supposed to read whatever was written. I didn't volunteer, but it was kind of awkward because my dad was there with me, and he was reading the ritual, participating, and I was just like, this is so weird. So it was it was an interesting experience, no doubt. But after all that, they called the elements. One of the guys there, one of the witches, he cast a circle, and then after that, he was like the high priest, I guess you could say, and then the girl who owned the house was the high priestess, because the way they act and stuff, they were the one who did the things on the altar, so that would be their positions per se. But my friend that I met at the store by my dad's house, she ended up being the one who invoked the goddess, and oh my gosh, it was out of this world when she was saying the charge of the goddess walking around the circle, which was more like an oval, but when she was saying this, she was walking around each and everybody, looking them in the eye and saying things, and you could see the goosebumps all over her body. She felt like, and it was just like, wow. And the parts of the parts of the charge of the goddess that she said while she was walking around, that she looked me in the eye, she looked at me and said, by the power of the maiden, at me, and I'm in my maiden phase, so I was like, oh, that's crazy. And then there was another thing that she said, but I don't remember that one because it didn't really make sense. So that stuck with me, and she looked at my dad and said mother and crone, which I kind of laughed on the inside because he's a boy, not a girl. So that was pretty entertaining. But they do classes there all the time, and I was like, this is very cool. So on Thursday, I'm going to go there in spirit of 4th of July. They're doing a fire magic session, and I'm just going to go there and see if what they're teaching is stuff I already know, or if they're really teaching new things. But there's the 4 main witches. I know one of them. The other one was the high priestess. The other one was... The other 2 I don't know very well, but I know their faces, I just don't really know their names. But during the ritual, during the cakes and ale ceremony, they told us why it's called a honeymoon for when you get married, is because they would give you a bunch of honey wine, and your parents would give the newly married couple a bunch of honey wine in hopes that they would conceive a child. They would get drunk and conceive a child. If you know what I mean. So there was that, and I was like, wow, so that's why it's called a honeymoon. Ugh, I hate wearing this thing on the inside, sorry. Okay, so, yeah, and I was just like, this is so amazing. I'm so happy to be here. And then after that, they had dinner around this huge tree that had like lights on it and stuff. And there was like all these decorations in the yard. Like there was one that said, "You say witch like it's a bad thing." And I was like, oh my gosh, this is funny. And then I go into the house, and like the house has altars all around the house. They had 4 cats. I know none of the names of the cats. They had 4 cats, 2 dogs, and I believe a parrot. And I was like, yeah, that will be me when I'm older. And this actual house like had a tower on it. It's called the Witch's Tower, so it's like up there, and I was just like, oh my gosh, it's amazing. So that was, I've done that ever since I was 3. So yeah, and I'm gonna go check out the magic, the fire magic thing, which I think I already said it's only $10. But we'll see how that goes. And then the store by my dad's house, I wanted to go there. I had my money to buy some raw tiger's eye because they sell it there. And I was like, so, and then the pipe burst in the store, so they were closed. And I was like, awesome. So, I don't know what the universe was trying to tell me. Maybe it was trying to tell me to slow down, stop getting obsessed with the materialistic things of this practice, and focus on the good things, which is you will find out tomorrow. But instead of instead of buying crystals, like spending my time all my day in that store, my dad ended up teaching me how to make dubstep music instead. So that's pretty much awesome. He taught me a little bit in Ableton Live using Reason as a Slave, for those of you guys who are technological people. So yeah, that's pretty much my weekend, and it was absolutely fantastic. I am so going to go there again. And I wish I could have taken pictures or something, but when I was there, I was just so in the moment that I didn't really think of it. So otherwise, I would have like put the pictures in the videos for you guys to see how beautiful it was. And the coolest thing was is that before we actually entered the area where they did ritual, the girl had sage and a fan and like a little feather, you know those things that the girls use. Do that. She fanned me with like a pheasant feather fan, or I'm pretty sure, no, it actually might have been a hawk feathers fan. She was fanning me down, like you have to do this, and like she does the front of you, and then you turn around, she does the back of you, and I smelled like sage for a long time. So it was really awesome. I think she used purple sage. I'm not sure. It was either purple or white sage, but what you gonna do, bro? But anyway, oh yeah, my shirt's really hilarious. It's a pig and a chicken, and it's like crime scene tape, and then like bacon and eggs. And they're like, what? So, I'm not a vegetarian, but I thought it was hilarious. Or vegan. But yeah, anyway, I don't like fireworks. I don't know if you heard that, but I don't like fireworks. Yeah, 4th of July, my least favorite holiday ever. I hate fireworks, I hate everything to do with it, and, it sucks. So, yeah, until next time, blessed be. I hope you enjoyed watching, and